Entrepreneurs set out to solve a problem,
They discover new ways of achieving.
Embrace change,
and facilitate innovation.
With 42% of Canadian jobs at risk of becoming automated, we need entrepreneurs to create new jobs and push our economy forward.
but entrepreneurship isn't always that easy, especially for young people.
In Windsor, 1 in 3 youth live in low-income households, where the average annual income is as low as $25,000 per year. This is the worst in Canada.
And due to a lack of exposure in schools, students don't see entrepreneurship as a viable career path. They don't even know where to start.
With these barriers, how could any young person become an entrepreneur?
We realized all they needed was one opportunity.
So we created You Thrive, a 10-week mentorship program empowering grade school, high school, and at-risk youth to start their very own micro businesses.
By providing young entrepreneurs with financing, exposure, and continued support, our program is designed to tap into students' passions and provide them the skill set to turn those passions into a real business.
Our mentors guide students through a government-aligned curriculum, giving them the freedom to learn through experience rather than a textbook.
In just 20 lessons, students are taught financial literacy skills such as breaking down costs, price setting, and determining a marketing strategy. This helps them develop a strategic business plan.
Meet Ryan, and Ryder, the founders of Power Play Pillowcases. They are taking old, recycled t-shirts and turning them into new pillowcases.
All businesses, like Power Play Pillowcases, have the opportunity to apply for a loan of up to $150 sponsored by WFCU Credit Union. This helps them kickstart their businesses.
Students then work closely with our mentors to properly track their revenue, create budgets and financial statements, allowing them to make effective business decisions.
And because Power Play Pillowcases was able to incorporate 3 of the 4 R's into their business model, they were also able to receive a 7% reduction on the taxes that You Thrive charges on their profits.
But entrepreneurship is more than just financial management. We realized these students needed the confidence to take that risk and become an entrepreneur.
Our mentors guide students through the curriculum, focusing on networking, teamwork, and presentation skills to establish the confidence they need to become a successful entrepreneur.
But I've never made like this much money at one. Even though it's just $20, it's $20 that I work towards. It's way more possible that I'm actually gonna be an entrepreneur in the future because of the Youth Thrive program.
To build on that foundation, students have the opportunity to showcase and sell their products at the You Thrive market.
And groups that go above and beyond earn their chance to compete at our final Dragon's Den style competition, YouthX, where students present their ventures to a panel of local professionals who judge their impact and select the top 3 businesses.
The finalists of the group are awarded up to $500 to invest back into their business and accelerate it to the next level.
We wanted to do more, so we looked into ways to help vulnerable youth in our community.
When we realized only 16% of Canadian enterprises were owned by women, we took action and tailored our Youth Thrive curriculum to create a summer program that helps teenage girls break down barriers by creating their own ventures.
What's next? Looking at the impact we've had with Youth Thrive, we're ready to expand our reach beyond Windsor. To introduce more students to the power of entrepreneurship, we created Youth Thrive Plus,
An online learning management platform that can bring the Youth Thrive program anywhere. Now, any student can experience Youth Thrive and make an impact in their own community. And because it fills a gap in today's curriculum, Youth Thrive Plus is the perfect supplement to any classroom.
We are currently piloting Youth Thrive Plus in 3 classrooms across Windsor, have 9 committed classes in Chatham, and as we work to expand across 4 school boards in southwestern Ontario.
Since Youth Thrive Plus is built to scale, there is no limit to what it can achieve. We have the potential to bring Youth Thrive all across Canada and beyond.
This year, socially, over 650 students have graduated from the program, creating a community of young leaders. In just 10 weeks, we were able to increase student confidence by 120%.
Environmentally, 100% of businesses created were eco-friendly. We repurposed and diverted over 2,400 pounds of waste, and we've helped shift the mindset of the youth towards a more sustainable future.
Economically, our loan system invested over $3,500 in our students, with 100% of it being paid back. We've created 178 businesses and generated nearly $70,000 in revenue.
At Enactus Windsor, we realized that just because something isn't easy doesn't mean it isn't possible.
Youth Thrive has created a movement where becoming an entrepreneur is possible for anyone.
All it takes is one opportunity.
Meet Heloise, a visually impaired artist who we have had the pleasure of knowing over the past few years. She told us that she is often unable to sleep for multiple hours of the night, and to keep her mind from going to a dark state, she knits blankets that she may donate and sell to others through Artspiration. Working with her hands brings peace of mind and comfort through the hard times, and we at Artspiration are here to make sure the blankets can make her an income. We at Enactus Carleton want to create opportunities for people like Heloise. Today, we will be presenting Enactus Carleton's longest-running community project, Artspiration. Artspiration is a series of workshops that teaches business principles and skills to empower artists to become entrepreneurs, which allows them to be financially stable. Throughout the 5 years running this project, we've aimed to help low-income earners gain access to resources that are necessary for them to continue to create art. We've found that most programs in our city are very focused on emergency services and do not provide opportunities for long-term benefits. In addition to providing support, advice, and exciting art workshops, this project allows our participants to learn how to leverage and monetize their skills using entrepreneurial principles that will be invaluable not only now, but also in the long run. Ultimately, they can better their life situation by doing what they love. After completing our initial needs assessment, we determined that our current stakeholders include low-income housing residents, local organizations, and workshop partners. Artspiration was founded on the idea of art as therapy, specifically for individuals that have been left in a vulnerable state and have found themselves in supportive housing programs, such as our partner, Options Bytown. The residents of Options Bytown and the participants of Artspiration are people who are currently transitioning out of homelessness and have dealt with a history of challenges such as drug abuse and mental illness.
Many of our participants are very artistic and come prepared with their own art ideas, but even those who don't are always willing to learn. Where they are lacking, however, is in the skills to help market themselves and their art. As a group that is passionate about the power of art and how it can be put to use in our city by using entrepreneurial leadership, we hope to open new doors for low-income earners. We differ from other programs offered in our city through not only providing supplies to create art, but also business skills that can be leveraged to sell the art and empower the participants. Over the past year, our team planned and executed a range of workshops for the participants. Whether it be functional art that can be put to use by making the participants more comfortable, or improve the quality of life for them and their neighbors, or items that can be mass-produced and sold to generate a profit. For example, this past Christmas, our participants made holiday cards for sale. This past year, we also expanded the Artspiration program to another Options Bytown location in Ottawa. With our new location, we have been able to more than double our direct impact from 6 participants to now 15 who have been exposed to entrepreneurship. Through both types of workshops, art has improved to be useful in improving our participants' quality of life. Since being exposed to entrepreneurship and learning to market herself, a participant named Cheryl has gained the confidence to apply for and be hired for a part-time job cleaning a cafe, demonstrating a positive impact on her quality of life and financial stability. To ensure that our project is sustainable, we are planning more workshops to teach various business skills such as e-commerce, marketing, finances, and much more. These workshops will develop their digital literacy and foundational business skills with the end goal of having their participants running a website by themselves.
The participants of these workshops would become technologically literate and able to pass their skills on to the other residents. Eventually, we aim to provide a platform for our participants to sell their products. Using an e-commerce platform, such as Etsy or Shopify, would give our participants the opportunity to learn valuable entrepreneurial and computer skills. We hope to narrow our focus onto digital and entrepreneurial skill workshops, as our participants are so talented and eager to learn. Artspiration has created a positive impact on the community and will continue to do so moving forward. In addition to our partnership with Options Bytown, we plan to expand Artspiration by branching off towards selling functional art pieces to cafes and coffee shops. We plan to circulate a survey to find out what cafe employees think are the most wasteful parts of their shops. Based on their feedback, we have the goal of creating a functional art project that can be made by the participants at our partnership locations. The participants can then put their newly developed skills to use, selling their projects to these coffee shops, and the survey will ensure that the art projects meets a sustainability need. Finding the right partnerships will be an essential step for us. With new stakeholders, goals, and a clear vision for the future of our project, we will continue to grow our positive impact on the community. For us at Artspiration, we use inspiration to envision
Canada is currently facing a skilled labor shortage.
It is estimated that 40% of new jobs created in the next decade will be in skilled trades, but only 26% of people ages 13 to 24 are considering that as a career option.
What this means for Windsor is nearly 500 jobs go unfilled, losing out on expansion and not maximizing our economic potential.
So we asked ourselves, why?
What we found was that not enough youth have the desire or awareness to gain employment in skilled trades due to their lack of exposure to entrepreneurship.
So we decided to capitalize on this opportunity and create an innovative solution that bridged our business knowledge and their trade skills.
Introducing Would You, an educational program that provides students with the confidence to pursue entrepreneurship as a career option while integrating sustainable business practices.
We started by teaching 2 groups of students a 10-week curriculum. This curriculum uses the business model canvas as a blueprint for creating their micro-business tailored to their field of study.
We introduced them to the concept of a value proposition, defining a target market, and creating revenue streams, all components of a sound business plan.
Not only did we provide them with the foundation to build a business model, but showed them how they could create environmentally friendly products using sustainable business practices.
We challenged them to source their materials through a partnership with Windsor Pallets or from other resources that otherwise be discarded.
Students were taught the essential components of an effective sales pitch and were tasked to present in front of their peers.
With an increase in confidence and newfound skills, our students were ready to market and sell their products. They used a variety of channels to advertise and were very excited to find they could easily generate profit using sustainable materials.
Our construction students use upcycled wooden pallets to design their own products. They learned how to create valuable partnerships and are on track to donate these products to our local nature reserve, showcasing them for the entire community to see.
These students use entrepreneurial leadership as a force for good, teaching them that their skills could have a large impact while producing a profit.
This time last year, I was a high school student at Cardinal Carter. I was exposed to the Woody curriculum that changed my perspective on entrepreneurship as a career option. This program took a unique, hands-on approach that isn't offered in a typical high school environment. It's had a significant impact on my life. It led me to become an Enactus mentor. This is the impact our project has had on other students.
I was involved with 2 Enactus programs, and right now I'm in entrepreneurship. So they helped me start my business, my mini business, from the starting to the end, and I ended up selling $49 worth of candle holders. So I thought that was pretty good, and I learned so much from it, and I'm so glad I was in this class.
Our survey showed that participating in WoodU helps students increase their confidence in public speaking and their knowledge of entrepreneurship.
Using the feedback we received, over the next 3 weeks, our students will continue to refine their micro businesses before building a prototype.
Just last week, we held our very first Entrepreneurship Day, where we hosted close to 150 students from 3 different high schools.
In their respective teams, along with an Enactus mentor, they were tasked with finally creating their product from a large selection of sustainable materials such as wood and textile waste.
Students were given a limited amount of time to create a business model based on the rough version of their product. They then pitched their micro business to a panel of judges.
Students will continue to refine their micro businesses over a series of additional seminars.
Top teams will have a chance to participate in a second competition day, where they'll pitch their business idea on a big stage for an opportunity to receive additional funding.
To date, we have directly impacted close to 150 high school students, teaching them the skills needed to become young entrepreneurs.
Using their newfound skills, our students have generated a combined profit of $630, which will later be reinvested into their micro businesses.
And diverted a total of 3,600 pounds of wood and textile waste.
But that's not all. We are currently in the process of going paperless with our new online delivery method.
Students who complete the next session of our program will have the opportunity to sell their products at the downtown Windsor Farmers Market.
What this means is students are held accountable for their businesses and are able to keep 100% of profits they make at no added cost.
Our goal is to expand our project to more disciplines of the skill trade, so everyone has an opportunity to create their very own sustainable business.
By leveraging competition as a means to foster collaboration and innovation, we at Enactus St. Clair are cultivating the next generation of young entrepreneurs.
Did you know that the not-for-profit market in Canada is the second largest in the world and it employs over 2 million people?
Or did you know the not-for-profit industry is worth $176 billion in Canada, making it nearly as large as the oil, gas, and coal industries combined?
And 45% of these organizations received sales revenue. This statistic was the most fascinating to us because this meant that 55% of the not-for-profit economy didn't have any sales revenue.
At Enactus SLC, we're a community of students and business leaders committed to using the power of entrepreneurial action to transform lives and shape a better world. We see ourselves as part of a greater whole. Today, we are pleased to share with you our project for helping not-for-profits become sustainable social enterprises. This platform is called EnPower Prize.
A social enterprise is an organization that applies commercial strategies to maximize improvements in financial, social, and environmental well-being. They don't have a specific corporate form, and they can include nonprofit organizations or registered charities who operate revenue-generating businesses that includes organizations that operate as for-profit businesses with a social goal.
In the past few years, we have teamed up with students to help social enterprises launch themselves on the web-based platform of Shopify in order to increase profit and build awareness.
Last year, we approached Shopify for a partnership in the hopes they would be able to help us set up an e-commerce site for the Takutu Women's Training Center in the Democratic Republic of Congo. This led to the creation of our project, Courage with DR Congo. The problem these women faced was that though they received training to develop skills and create their own products, they had no market to sell it in or to. Enactus SLC decided this was a perfect entrepreneurial opportunity, and students took action to help market and sell the products that are made in the Takutu Women's Training Center here in North America by creating and managing a Shopify site and pop-up store.
The revenue stream that our team and SLC students helped generate was poured back into the Takutu Women's Training Center. This helped the women buy much-needed equipment to grow their business and provided the means to sustain themselves and their families.
Where does one go from there, though? After helping an entire community a world away, what is the next logical application for the social enterprise model? Well, as it turns out, it wasn't as far away as our initial endeavor would have people thinking. Our partnership with Shopify and our training model had succeeded so well that we decided to apply the strategy within our own community of Kingston, Ontario. Dress for Success is a worldwide not-for-profit organization that has an established chapter in Kingston, Ontario. They are dedicated to empowering women by using the support of people in the community, offering professional attire at no cost to clients, and providing them with all the tools needed to strive in their professional career.
Enactus SLC and St. Lawrence College are continuing to implement the Shopify Badge program into the marketing program curriculum in order to support not-for-profits in our community. We saw great success with Courage with DR Congo. Moving forward, we are dedicated to producing the same, if not better, outcomes with Dress for Success and for many more not-for-profits to come.
The idea is that with the power of a platform like Shopify, we can turn these 55% of not-for-profits with no revenue stream into self-sustaining social enterprises that will not have to rely on outside donations to thrive and serve their communities.
E-commerce has rapidly become a powerful tool in the global retail environment. According to Statistica, by 2023, it is estimated that as much as 22% of global retail sales will take place on an e-commerce platform. That means that nearly a quarter of the world's buying and selling will take place with virtually no human contact.
This year, we have directly impacted 447 people, increased the revenue of the women of the Courage with DR Congo by $668.63. Created 2 part-time jobs, and trained 47 people on Shopify.
With such great power provided by our partnership with Shopify, Enactus SLC aims to turn more and more not-for-profits into social enterprises. Our support and guidance will give organizations the opportunity to grow, and their operating budgets will no longer have to be limited to charitable donations. We are Enactus SLC. Thank you.
As a teenage girl, I might ask, do I have what it takes to be successful? Will I be good enough to find a career? Who can I talk to? Where do I start? In these uncertain times especially challenging for younger generations, uncertainty, fear, and anxiety abound. How can we inspire young people to believe that their future is bright, that they can follow their passions, and that their financial prosperity can coexist with their own happiness? The excitement of a new side hustle can offer a glimmer of light in what might seem like a cloudy future. But for some, the prospect of entrepreneurship may seem unattainable, especially growing up in a household living paycheck to paycheck, where the risk of being your own boss is not one worth taking. My name is Alexandra Gillis. We are Enactus Durham College, and this is Girls EnPower. Our project is working to break down financial and gender barriers that prevent young girls from disadvantaged socioeconomic backgrounds from taking control of their financial futures. Our entrepreneurial mentorship program includes both personal and professional development to inspire girls to do anything they want, and then shows them how. An extensive needs assessment over a 2-year period uncovered the following, which highlight the challenges facing young women in 2020. Gender-specific obstacles are greater than ever. A study at Dalhousie University showed that the challenges a 14-year-old girl faced 20 years ago are the challenges a 9-year-old girl faces today. By the 6th grade, only 36% of girls reported feeling confident. And by the 10th grade, this number drops to just 14%. Furthermore, over 50% of Canada's population is female, yet just 15% of small businesses are owned by women. Building on our experience working with disadvantaged girls in the local area helped to conceive Girls EnPower. Completing our 2nd year, Girls EnPower mentors girls to learn fundamentals of entrepreneurship through positive bi-weekly social interactions with a community of peers, Durham College students, and faculty role models. Girls EnPower is committed to measuring impacts related to 1. Transforming young women in vulnerable circumstances into the entrepreneurs of tomorrow. 2. Instilling confidence and positive decision-making skills while reducing anxiety, depression, and aggressive behavior. And 3. Improving academic performance. From our beginnings as a traditional mentorship program, the Girls EnPower project has grown and evolved, now with 3 foundational elements. First, our mentorship and bi-weekly workshop sessions. Second, the formation of a new company and brand run by our members. And third, the Girls EnPower She Owns It conference, spearheaded by our girls. First, our mentorship program. The girls participate in a series of interactive workshops which include ideation, product development and marketing, confidence building through sales, networking, pride of ownership and self-esteem, and empathy, mindfulness, and gratitude.
Yeah, I think that's so important because they're so young and they're actually cushions ready to absorb everything. And I believe that at that age, it's the right time to let them know that they can be whatever they want to be.
Second, our new company. Early success led to the girls starting a new business, Shiro, a brand of delicious blueberry jams. The girls drove every step of the product development phase, including ideation, recipe creation, branding, website design, and direct sales to the public at several artisan markets. The first 100 jars were sold out in a matter of weeks, with enthusiastic demand for more in our local community. In November, we added a second food product, a jarred apple pie filling, which has been met with rave reviews and is selling fast. Our business success has resulted in an increase in confidence, teamwork, and creativity in our group. Our girls have used the following brand visions during a workshop. Girls have a voice. Girls can inspire others. Girls can do anything. And third, our conference. The success of Shiro has inspired the girls to develop a one-day conference for other young entrepreneurs, aptly named She Owns It, which was slated to run in April 2020. She Owns It will host grade 7 and 8 girls from a disadvantaged school just minutes away from Durham College. This event will multiply the confidence, self-esteem, and empowerment of our girls to 45 of their peers and ignite the spark of their inner entrepreneurs. It will include a series of inspirational speakers and participation in creative hands-on workshops. Most importantly, this event will be for our members, by our members, leading and inspiring their peers on this day. This past year, through our 3 foundational program elements, Girls EnPower has achieved the following: over 250 units sold with a profit of over $800, 8 young girls transformed into entrepreneurs and empowered to transform their peers, and a 95% retention rate in our program. Girls EnPower seeks not only to brighten our members' futures through entrepreneurship, but also give them the confidence to move forward boldly in every aspect of their lives. We are on a mission to give the young girls in our community the conviction to empower, create, and unite with the goal of building a brighter future together. We are Enactus Durham College, and this is Girls EnPower.
We are all players in this game of life. Play. It's a form of understanding what surrounds us and a way of engaging with others. Play is an important part of humanity, and entrepreneurship is the expression of this play. Ryerson University cultivates this playground and embodies innovation to the largest entrepreneurship program in the country, and we're home to the #1 university-based incubator in the world, the DMC. Through our projects, Enactus Ryerson has been a key member in developing our university's renowned entrepreneurial ecosystem. After conducting interviews with students from our university, we identified a need. Students did not have access to entrepreneurial resources and funding, so we took action. Project Start Me Up aims to educate, provide opportunities, and mentorship for all entrepreneurs.
Meet Razi. He's a university student who is creating an app that bridges the gap between mental health and technology using artificial intelligence. Project Start Me Up provided him with validated learning, funding, and exposure to the market while mitigating his risk of failure. Attendees are now taught by experts from different fields on topics such as the lean startup method, intellectual property, and pitching to investors through the 20 sessions we held this year. We facilitate these sessions, handling all operations from marketing, logistics, to funding. By implementing a user-centric feedback system, we optimize the project and identify growth opportunities. These sessions are open to the entire community, including university students, industry professionals, and community members. Our university recognizes the value we bring to Ryerson's entrepreneurial ecosystem. Through our internal and external partnerships, we have put together resources to provide funding to startups. Every year, Project Start Me Up hosts a pitch competition that awards $50,000 to 2 student entrepreneurs. One of them is Razi.
Hey guys, my name is Razi, and I'm the CEO of Metal AI. The $25,000 that we received was extremely helpful in hiring the talent and experience for which I definitely didn't have, scaling us past the customer discovery phase and talking to potential partners and users as well as customers, as well as covering a lot of the major technical infrastructure costs that we have by virtue of being an AI-based technology startup. Without Project Start Me Up and Enactus, I definitely don't think that I'd be living here in the US and scaling up my startup, and for that, I'm truly eternally grateful. Thank you.
Razi is just one of the 1,400 individuals impacted through our project this year.
Enactus Ryerson has successfully run Project Start Me Up for the past 13 years, but we realize there are other communities that can also benefit from this program. Earlier this year, we connected with a teacher from Wandering Spirits, an Indigenous high school in Toronto. Here we met Cody, a 15-year-old who is curious about entrepreneurship. Students like him are not getting the chance to learn about entrepreneurship in the traditional high school system, preventing them from creating their own economic opportunities. So, we expanded Project Start Me Up, innovating our user-centric curriculum and mentorship program for a younger audience. This pilot program runs after school with the help of community leaders. Through our program, Cody gets access to interactive workshops that teach design thinking methodologies, opportunity spotting, and business financing. We realize that to truly learn entrepreneurship and build resilience, you must apply your ideas and take risks. To do that, you need money. Our students can apply for microloans, giving them a head start on their business, but also teaching them about leveraging debt and stakeholder responsibilities. Project Start Me Up implements responsive feedback loops, enabling accelerated learning. When feedback is consistent and direct, that's when validated learning happens. The goal is to make entrepreneurship an option for more students, opening an avenue to explore passions while building skills they can apply beyond their startups. To achieve this goal under recent circumstances, we have transitioned our entire program online to ensure continued accessibility.
This year, Project Start Me Up impacted over 3,700 individuals inspired by a new reality. This playground is needed everywhere. Today, Project Start Me Up is part of the largest entrepreneurial ecosystem in the country. We provide entrepreneurial resources and $50,000 in funding, helping aspiring entrepreneurs reach their highest potential. In a world where problems are becoming more and more complex, context, innovation has become our most valued commodity.
And this is why play matters. We need the right playground that fosters this innovative mindset. And Project Start Me Up is that catalyst, a catalyst that disrupts ordinary thinking and reveals new possibilities.